speaker, Prof. Jamila Mustafana. She will talk about predictive analytics in society 5.0 education, medicine and health, future of medical guidelines in frame of digital world. Prof. Jamila?
Yes, hi everybody, thanks for having me today. I'm very honored to present today, and thank you, Professor D, for this very thorough and beautiful insights into the AI. Actually, it helped a lot for my presentation, but because it's going to be a little bit more general, so we need that initial introduction to this very complicated area as AI, where you are an expert. So my name is Jamila. I'm from Tatarstan. Just I'll take a couple of minutes to talk about where I'm from. You can see the slides fine, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So Tatarstan is, they call it heartbeat of Russia. Why? Because actually it's situated just in the central part of Russia. You can see this is the place where we are, and the capital of Tatarstan is Kazan, which is a beautiful 1,000-year-old city, older than Moscow. And it used to be the capital of our own independent state, but for 500 years we are part of Russia now. It's a Muslim republic where Islam is official religion, but we are living friendly with our more than 130 nationalities living there. I am representing the Kazan Federal University, and you can see some figures about our university. It's one of the oldest universities in Russia, actually third. It's more than 200 years old. We have as much as like 50,000 students, a lot of collaborations, beautiful labs, and so the title of my talk today is Predictive Analytics in Society 5.0, Education, Medicine, and Health. So my talk today will be divided into two parts. First, I'm going to, actually into three parts. First, I'm going to talk about education and universities. Then we switch to medicine, and the next part will be the medicine itself and the paradigm. And the paradigm, the whole ecosystemic paradigm that unites education and medicine. So first, let me start from the university. The university actually is the place where we train our engineers, teachers, architects, and of course we train our doctors there. So today we have the concept of university, which is divided into some stages. If we talk about University 1.0, the mission of this university is education. It's there where we train our specialists. If we switch to University 2.0, it's the university where we talk about education and research. That's a very traditional concept of university, which nowadays, we have in many countries. The notion of University 3.0 is the education, research, and knowledge commercialization. It's the place where we create knowledge and where we can sell, or where industry can buy the results of our research. Actually, a couple of years ago, 1 year ago, I would stop here and say that this is the latest concept of the university, but now we are talking about University 4.0. University 4.0 is the place where we create the knowledge about the future. If we compare the graduates of the University 1.0 and 4.0, the difference will be that in University 1.0, our graduates are trained on the general knowledge. They come as a specialist in an area, and when they come to the industry, when they come to the real world and start working, that's the place where all their talents grow and develop to the most. This is the industry that lets them and allows them to develop their skills, their general knowledge into specific and advanced. If we talk about University 4.0, university is the place where the talents and capacities of the students are developed. They go to industry with their skills and they transform it. And of course, to any industry, including medicine. The University 4.0 is a kind of innovative hub where the competencies and skills and the knowledge is changing the future. If we talk about education now in general, we also can talk about concepts of education 1, 2, 3.0. And we have to, here we have to know that this is not something connected with time period. University 1.0 and 4.0 can exist the same period of time in different places, in different countries, or in the same countries. The same with education. Moreover, we can say that probably the majority of world are still at the point of education 1.0. You can see the picture of 100 years ago and the picture of today's world. This is the same. The teacher is the agent who is translating the knowledge to the audience, to the students. He teaches them what he knows, what is expertise about, and this is how it works here. So the students are very passive and they try to get and to gain the knowledge that teacher is transferring to them. If we talk about education 2.0, it's when the digital tools were introduced, but the concept didn't change. What we have here is that the digital tools, they serve as an assistant to the teacher. Still, we can use iPads, we can use tablets, we can use laptops, but the concept is the same. The teacher is the agent and the students are more or less passive, and the knowledge they gain is something that the teacher is going to transfer to them. When we talk about education 3.0, they call it knowledge producing education. That's where the real transformation starts. That's where the student becomes the agent. That's where he starts learning through engagement, through problem solving. And here we need the digital tools really to become a real assistant for the student, not for the teacher. This is somewhere where we develop the 21st century skill. We start analyzing data, and we come to the concept of education 4.0, which is actually aligned with education 3.0. We call it innovation producing education. And that's where we use data, as Professor Diaz said. That's where we use advanced analytics. That's where it becomes predictive and personalized. I want to highlight before we go to the medicine, which is the next actually next part of my presentation, that the main point in any data analytics, in business, in medicine, in education, this is something to predict, something to create as patterns so that we can tackle the problems before they appear. So algorithms are trained to think so that they can actually avoid the problems. They can predict that there will be a problem or that they're going to be in advance. So let's go to the concept of medicine. We can also talk about medicine 1.0 to 4.0. Again, you are doctors here, so you know what's it about. And again, medicine 1.0 can function and exist at the same time as medicine 4.0. So on the slide, you can see like the main features of medicine 1, 2, 3.0. And medicine 4.0, it's about AI, it's about big data, it's about 3D printing, and about 5P and 6P. So let's kind of talk about 6P medicine. What is 5P medicine, sorry. This is something about predictive, personalized, preventive, participatory, and psychocognitive medicine. So you see that we start talking about medicine as a paradigm, as an ecosystem. We're not talking now about disease or treating disease. We talk about prediction, personalization. We talk about psychocognitive aspects. So we start talking about health, which is health 4.0, as ecosystemic paradigm. And actually, there are some like different concepts about 5P. For example, here we can, in this slide, you can see 5P cybernetic health paradigm. Look at it. Here we can find persuasion, we have precision here, we have, again, prediction, we have personalization and prevention. This is the system of cybernetic health. Again, this is the ecosystem, this is the paradigm. It's not a linear development. And according to the World Health Organization, health today, it's not just some linear development concept. This is a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and it emphasizes the drift from the dominant paradigm of disease to the new paradigm of wellness as a whole. So actually, if we want to talk about health today, about the healthy society, we talk about the whole paradigm which includes and which can not only include medicine. So if we talk about healthy society, if we talk about health, mental, social, and physical, we come to the concept of this ecosystem. And we cannot just think that this is about medicine or how medicine is advanced or how doctors are advanced. The healthy society is about our state, our economy, our politics. It's about culture, it's about society and education. It's about industry and medicine. And in the center of it, we have health, we have healthy society. So how do we unite all these concepts in order to create this healthy society? Again, this is not just about medicine and doctors. Doctors and medical sphere cannot exist efficiently and be advanced and provide the first-class medical help if we don't have this synergy of all these aspects. How can we unite these aspects? How can we create this ecosystem today efficiently so we make decisions, evidence-based decisions? This is about data. This is the data and the synergy. That's how we can, the data from all these areas processed by AI can create a healthy society. So I want to talk about the new concept developed, which is P6 medicine. You can see on the slide that our colleagues from Italy, they developed this P6 medicine concept. And to this P5, which is traditional, predictive, personalized, psychocognitive, we add something which is public. The health is going to be public. It means that the data becomes available for the use. And this is actually a problem because in the chat, I've seen somebody is asking, the colleague is asking about security and privacy. So if we talk about education and if we talk about medicine, we must admit today that the problem of privacy, security, access to data, consent, all the ethical issue, political issues, strategical issue are not solved today. We have very limited understanding how we should apply the algorithms in order to protect the privacy, in order to protect the human rights, in order to actually make it really ethical. We have very little public discussion on that. We have research on that today, but so far we haven't come to a kind of, you know, a unified, consented paradigm about how to use data ethically, especially in medicine. But as Professor Dean mentioned in his talk, this is the only way. We need data. We need data to make medicine predictive. We need data to make it efficient. But and we have algorithms. Actually, we are at the point of creating really strong AI in medicine. We have, I would say, we have strong AI, for example, in target advertising. And we are working on in unmanned vehicles and intelligent system and transport. And as soon as we actually come to that point, it will be like avalanche. So we will have the technological opportunity to use data everywhere to create patents. But do we need these patents? Do all the parents need the patents about their kids in terms of how they're going to succeed at school? Do we need to really predict who is going to be a good doctor or good teacher or good architect? If somebody is pursuing his dream to be good architects and learning analytics and educational data will tell that you are going to be very average, that's why you're not going to be at our university. We want the best one. Or if we are going, but what about health? Yeah, with the health, maybe it's easier. And if we make all data public, it will prevent the diseases, it will prevent maybe the pandemics. We will have a lot of triggers, a lot of predictions, but how we make it ethical, how we provide the privacy, all these issues today are not solved. And that's what is stopping it from being used. As for learning analytics at universities, at schools, this is the only issue that's keeping us. Because technologically we are ready, there are very efficient algorithms that can be used, but learning analytics, educational data mining, has not been applied to the 99.9% universities around the world. And that's all about ethics. That's all about the challenges we are facing. And as for the medicine, the challenges are similar. We have other challenges like data literacy, the awareness, and other very important aspects. But I want to talk about the next concept, which was developed by Japan, Society 5.0, and this is the concept that has been developed as a response to Industry 4.0. So we're talking about medicine for, education for, university, and industry. So Japanese government developed the concept of Society 5.0. We have 5, so it means that it is more advanced than the Industry 4.0. What is it? It's a human-centered society. We are human beings, and it's not about being efficient. It's not about being really successful. It's about being happy. It's about being safe. It's about living in peace, in equality, and about have harmony with the world. So Society 5.0 is about a human being. It's not about how we make business successful. It's not how we save our resources. It's how we make a human being happy and safe in terms of mental, physical, and social health. So if we talk about this, I'm going to go to the last slide. You can see it's a kind of paradigm where we unite education, advanced medicine, advanced industry, and the advanced university who is training the specialists for that areas. And we create the Society 5.0, where every person has access to quality education, to quality medicine, where the medicine and the healthcare is efficient, accessible, affordable, and human-centered. So as soon as we come to the point where we know the way how we use the data ethically without destroying the privacy, the rights of the people, this will be probably the turning point for all the intellectual system, and I'm sure the medicine is the area where we need it most. So that's where I'm going to finish. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Jamila Mustafana. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are happy to receive questions if you want.
Excuse me, please. Now, Dr. Salman, I announced about the competition of
you want the competition now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. That easy. I thought we asked for the. We are very pleased at the end of this session to announce the competition for the best research, publication, intervention on COVID-19. Anywhere in the world, actually, as you know, in the last year, since the beginning of the crisis, at least from the European perspective, it happened exactly this time. The anniversary of the COVID pandemic was yesterday. I think in the United States next week, possibly the anniversary. Yeah. So we lost many lives. We lost actually a huge amount of resources in our economy, in our life, etc. And it's really being a disaster for so many people across the spectrum of life and living. And worse among all, those who are infected, not necessarily fully recovered, as we know that the long COVID is now following many people, even those with mild illness. And we don't know what will happen and where is the end of the tunnel. All of us dreaming it will be finished very soon. The prediction that may not be the case. We have been actually witnessing a third wave in many European countries, and God only knows what will happen around the world. I tell you that COVID is consuming almost 90% of my time these days. So we have this competition, and Professor Maytham will put it on the screen, and it's already on the poster and in the announcement. You will find all the instruction on how to submit your publication, your intervention, indeed any things which make a change in the life of people about COVID. I'm sure Professor Dia and Professor Jamila will be among those people who will, without any doubt, submit some fantastic publication. I already looked at some of it. So, do you have a slide, Professor Mayton?
No, I have the slide now. Later, I will send it. Now, if open the question or discussion to the panelists of the International Society of Health Education.